freedom, Leviticus 15. So Leviticus 15 talks about bodily discharge. So bodily discharge for a woman is a monthly flow, and bodily discharge for a man is wet dreams. That's when a man is asleep and semen comes out of his body, and he wakes up and he has semen. So women is blood and men is semen. Okay, now during this time, and this is about really recognizing that there are things that happen in life, no fault of your own. It just happens. You have to deal with it. Back then, those type of situation was called unclean. So if we was living that now, every time a woman would be on her monthly, it would be you unclean. You're unclean for 7 days. And it's funny again that most people will tell you when a woman's on her monthly, it lasts 7 days. So in the Bible, in 7 days, you are unclean. Anything you touch, anything, your bed, what you sit on, if you spit on somebody, that person becomes unclean. Unclean. Now, that's no fault of yours. That's just the way it is. If a man has something that happens during the night, it just happens. It's no fault. But you're considered unclean. And the priest had to do atonement for you. And of course, don't forget, we have to do the animals. We always have to do animals when we start trying to do cleansing. You have to sacrifice animals. And what I want to talk about is no fault of your own. Life is no fault of your own. Certain things in life happens and you have to deal with it. It has to be dealt with. Not a choice. It has to be dealt with. And pain and disappointment and hurt and disloyalty and betrayal, these are things that can happen to you in life, and they have to be dealt with because you can't go forward with that. It doesn't bring on the best of you to go on forward with you. Just like these discharges, these things happen, you have to deal with it. And they had to do atonement. They had to go to the priest. They had to do animal sacrifices. You have to understand that when they was like this, everything they touched became unclean. So you can imagine when we have personal issues, like for whatever reason, it touches other people. It touches wherever you lay. If you have a husband or a wife, these things touches betrayal and mistrust. These things will trickle into other parts of your life, and they have to be dealt with. No fault of your own. Things happen in life, and we are geared the way we are geared sometimes, but they have to be dealt with so that you can be successful and be whole. And that's what cleansing is all about. It's about becoming clean and becoming whole within your life, for the life of others. Because you see, I said when these people was having these monthly flows and wet dreams and whatnot, they was unclean. Anything they touched, their bed, anything they sat on, if they spit on a person, sprayed somebody, or when they was talking or whatever, everything in their life became unclean, and then they had to go through recesses of clean. Just think about how many people have been hurt by people who have been hurt. They had to go through a period of trying to get their mind right because someone hurt them, because they was in a state in their mind that needed to be cleaned up. And again, it's no fault of your own. Certain things in life is just the way it is. It's just the way it is. It happened and it is, but we got to get past it. And now you don't have to do all these animals and stuff. All you have to do is get your mind right with the Lord, and get you, and if you need more, you can always do counseling. I'm not against counseling and stuff like that. Do what you have to do to keep yourself whole. And I don't mean going deeper down in the rabbit hole where you go, I drink because I need to keep myself whole. I do drugs because I have to keep myself whole. I beat people. I steal, I kill, I destroy. I ain't talking like that. I'm talking about coming up out of these things that's got you bound, and you need to be free. And there's a lot of things that we need to be free from, and sometimes in our mind, and people don't even know that we're in captivity. For women, we walk around having a monthly flow for 7 days, and people don't even know. And that's sometimes what captivity is like. People don't even know. Walking around, you cramping, you got headaches, you're bloated, and all this stuff, and you still required to perform at the same level of life that's needed. but it makes it hard. And God has given us a way to spiritually free ourselves. And back here, He gave us a way to cleanse ourselves. Nothing in this body is clean. It's clean. So this is right. I'm saying no fault of your own. This body was born into sin. It was born and shaped in iniquity and sin. So it is what it is, and we just have to learn how to keep ourselves free from things that's not of God, and keep ourselves coming before the Lord and asking for forgiveness and atonement for ourselves. We don't even have to go to a priest now. I know some religions still go to priests, but you don't have to go to a priest.